this potentially be the biggest deal you ever closed?
If he does the 20K, yeah. If he goes for the 20K, biggest deal I've closed. I'm not gonna lie, this is like a unicorn client.
We're basically filling that gap, and that's how we're gonna be able to get paid so much money.
I think episode 1 is gonna be a banger to start the series. On the way to meet with a potential client, me and Adam. Shout out Hatim, because Hatim gave us this referral. Set the appointment last night at 11 p.m. to meet this guy. So we're on the way there now. Who knows? Might close another deal right now.
It's that easy.
It's that easy. It's really that easy. It's not even episode 1 yet, and we're slinging deals for the agency. For the new agency that we started.
that hasn't even been started.
That hasn't even been started. It's not even episode 1. It's not even January yet. And it's actually December, where people are usually using their money for Christmas and shit, but we're closing deals, so. How you doing, man? Ben, nice to meet you.
Jake. How'd you guys meet Jack? He just found you guys and like.
Hatim. Yeah. He's actually a student in our program. He had a client. Was it his client or was it?
Yeah, one of his real estate clients, I think.
Yeah. Connected him with our student, and then he connected us with him.
Boy.
Yeah, a lot of different connections. Literally, like a snowball effect.
My boy Will, we live together.
Good, bro. How are you?
How you doing? What's your name?
Ben.
Ben.
Nice to meet you.
Adam.
So as you kind of just watched, me and Adam just had a meeting with a client that Hatim had sent over to us because they want to start like now. I don't know how much of the meeting we are actually going to be putting into the video, so I don't know how much you saw, but essentially this is going to be a big hitter client. They ran up a business to 100 million out of Utah. What they're basically doing is wanting to come into Arizona and the Scottsdale market for door-to-door sales and do the same exact thing. The only difference is basically the CEO of the company, Wills, the guy who kind of runs everything, he comes from let's just say a long line of family and business who's found great success. But with all that being said, this is a big deal. This might end up being episode 1, to be honest. Like, I'm sitting here thinking about it, and as much as we want to get trailer footage to kind of build up the suspense for the series, but episode 1, we might kick off with already having 2 clients, having 2 more in the pipeline, as well as just having this meeting that was set late last night, probably like 11 p.m. last night. Yep. Adam's in the gym. Yep. I'm basically done with the day, like literally getting ready for bed and setting this appointment, not knowing anything about these guys. I didn't even like do too much due diligence other than look at their social media and
hop on the call.
And literally hop on the call. But like, I woke up this morning, I put on an outfit that I felt like was fitting to the meeting, even though like it could have been probably one of the biggest client meetings that I personally have had in a long time. And now I think like this might put us halfway to that 30K a month mark in episode 1, which is fucking insane. And it's all because of a referral from someone who's in our coaching program and someone that we're friends with. Literally insane. No, we haven't even done outreach. We haven't even gone out and cold approached yet. And we already are getting opportunities like this. And the reason why is because we're not holding back on the fact that we've taken time to build connections. Me and Adam both have paid money to be into mentorships, to network with people, become friends with people who are also doing the same thing as we are. And with that being said, if someone like Hatim who's in Chicago figures out about an opportunity that's out here in Arizona, he calls up someone like me or Adam, who's actually out here, has the potential and the bandwidth to go and service someone like that. Even at a very high level, obviously, like, we're looking for the high ticket clients. We want the 10 to 15K month retainers with 10-15% rev share. And we might have just gotten one.
Episode 1.
So I'm literally going to take the transcript from that conversation, go put it into our prospect marketing assistant bot, ask it to build me a comprehensive marketing strategy, use that as a base, because I told him I'm going to get this sent over within an hour. Like, I'm going to send it quick. Whereas back in the day when I first started doing this, Like I was taking like a week sometimes to send something over like this, like a proposal. But to get it in the same hour, like these guys want to start now. These guys want to start shooting next week.
This is what you have to do with high level clients.
Exactly. With high level clients, you have to have that sense of urgency that literally aligns with the price, the ticket price that you're selling them at. Like that's what they're looking for, and I think that's where most videographers get it twisted. It's like, what are you doing for your 1, 2, 3K per month retainers in comparison to what I'm doing to what me and Adam are going to be doing to close a 10, 15K retainer client.
Super hands-on.
Exactly. Super hands-on, super involved with every single part of the process, making sure that obviously there's a tremendous amount of clarity of what they're wanting to do with content. That's the biggest thing, as well as just making sure that everything's happening on a schedule. Everything's organized. And the fact that depending on if it closes or not, episode 1 might start with this and give us the momentum to start the series, because we're still going to go out and cold approach, and we're still going to go out and get clients month 1 and
Show you guys how to do it from the bottom.
literally show you how to do it from the bottom. So
Sending off the proposal we just put together for Jake and Wills, the guys that we just met up with that you just saw. Wrote a simple email with AI, kind of changed a little bit of the stuff myself, obviously with Adam's input, and then have the proposal right here that we're sending, PDF file, project overview, why this marketing strategy will work, tiered pricing options, systematic and automatic. Adam came up with that one. Ready to get started, a couple questions page, thank you page, pretty simple, and send.
Could this potentially be the biggest deal you ever close?
If he does the 20K, yeah. If he goes for the 20K, biggest deal I've closed, I've done a 15K. No rev share though.
So how big is this opportunity right here?
Dude, this is a massive opportunity. Let's run through what me and Adam just did. So we got back. Okay, so I had my camera and I basically recorded the conversation without actually filming us. So it's recording the whole conversation. It's an hour and 1 minute. Took that recording, put it into Descript. Descript is software that transcribes audio or video clips. Had it transcribe the conversation. I then put the transcription into AI, and I used my prospect marketing assistant bot that me and a couple of students in the mentorship have been building out. It's been about 3 weeks of building it. I gave it this long prompt.
How long is it?
Basically, from what I'm highlighting is what I wrote, and then everything after is the transcription.
Holy cow.
So it's an hour-long conversation. So there's a lot to break down there, but I mean, it gave us one version of a comprehensive marketing strategy. I told it to go further in depth and exclude certain things that I didn't want in there. So then it spit out another one, and from there, we basically had to explain things like why the strategy was going to work that we're proposing to them. We know why the strategy is going to work. We just want to be able to word it and present it in a way that is better than what would take me probably hours. I told them I would have it over within the hour. I got it over within a little over an hour, so not bad timing for just leaving the meeting, taking the transcription of the conversation, putting it into AI, having it coming up with a comprehensive marketing strategy. And I then put it in Gamma AI. And if you don't know what Gamma AI is, it's basically like a pitch deck AI generator. So I took everything that the marketing strategy gave me from ChatGPT, put it into Gamma AI. It gave me basically this presentation. And I took everything from this presentation and put it into my version of it, which is my template that I actually use and sent to clients. So then me and Adam went through all the little specific details on every single one of these pages, especially the tiered packages, and then we sent it off to him in an email that AI wrote, and we kind of revised. So that's what the process looks like from the meeting to actually getting the proposal sent off, and now we just wait. Actually, I think we actually have to do more work now.
Yep. Different client.
If the client doesn't answer, you send them a meme. Watch this. Guarantee she'll call me back within 5 minutes.
all right, what are you doing?
We're basically gonna rip a brand new lens for the series. We're shooting with 24 to 70, and now we're gonna be ripping the 16 to 35. Dropping 2 bands on this. Yep, no payment plan. Hell nah. Let's make sure we're using the right card. Always use credit cards, guys. Always use credit cards.
Crazy financial advice, bro.
We only got $3 in points, but I'm gonna get over $150 worth of points just from using this. Paying back with my Amazon store card. Let's see, when is this coming? Saturday the 14th, 2 days from now, $2,051.54. This is called investing in yourself, boys and girls, right here. Place order right now. Let's get it. We're gonna have a new lens in 2 days. All right, let's go.
All right, quick update. We're with Maddie, one of our clients. Have to plug in a bunch of shit right now because if you want to show, we bought the wagon for all the equipment up to the roof. Going to shoot Maddie a course and a YouTube video. And then I'm going to shoot my own VSL.
Oh!
All on the beautiful roof. Yeah, because I actually finished my script.
Oh! Look at that. Look at that.
All right, so we just finished shooting Maddie's YouTube content and we have the tube light, we have the softbox, and we're all done. Now that this is done, me and Adam are gonna go figure out the contract for the deal that you guys saw us figuring out earlier in the video because they want to meet tomorrow to hopefully close the deal.
Closing them deals.
We're gonna pack all this stuff up, a bunch of the equipment. There's a bunch of stuff over there too. All the tripods and stuff. So that's what we're up to.
What are you doing right now, Ben?
Doing research. So tomorrow that we're prepared for our meeting with Jake and Wills, and hopefully we can close this potential deal. So right now I have PandaDoc pulled up, and I think I have a draft. This is actually with a consulting student, but I'm just going to use it because I think it's got a good layout and structure for as listing all of the services that we're going to be doing. It's got the compensation. I mean, everything's laid out very effectively and it's just very straightforward. So me and Adam are going to basically dial in, get this all put together. I kind of want to get it printed. I don't know if having it printed and busting it out in front of them tomorrow is the best option, but
yes,
I feel like
definitely, bro.
I feel like
why don't we do 3 versions? Try
Yeah.
to guess the price of a Jake.
So basically the thing with these guys is what was happening in the conversation that we didn't show too much of, but whenever you're approaching a client or whenever you're, setting up meetings with a potential client, I mean, the first things first is like you're always trying to figure out what their KPI is. What are they actually looking to get out of from your videos for their business?
What's KPI stand for?
Key performance indicator. So your key performance indicators are what you're trying to figure out from the client within that conversation, whether it's discovery or it's a follow-up meeting. And you're discussing those KPIs, it's always important to have the KPIs front in mind for the client's sake so that what they're actually trying to do, what their goal is with working with you as a videographer or with your video agency or your video business, whatever it is, what is it that you two are going to accomplish in a partnership and how are you going to be able to accomplish that through content, right? So what me and Adam have had to figure out is based off the KPIs that we had in our discussion today with the door-to-door sales guys, it's like, okay, if they come to us and tell us they want more of X, and they want to do it through creative storytelling and staying authentic and being able to help impact lives of others through what they do with their business. Okay, we can do that. But what needs to be solidified is if we do bring you more of your KPI with our services and what we do with the content that we create for you, you need to pay us a portion of what we do bring for you. So in this case is what they are looking for is qualified applicants to become leaders in their sales divisions for their door-to-door sales company. So how many did he say that each leader runs? Like 30 people?
25, 30.
25, 30 people. So if like we bring them
They
10,
can't onboard 500 20-year-olds because they don't have 15 leaders.
they don't have leaders in place who are not, obviously a leader is going to have way more life experience than someone who has been through way more and has had way more impact on their life with sales specifically in order to put them in that position to be able to go lead the 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old kids who are hungry for sales. And I mean, because they can go get all of those kids like at college campuses and tap on their shoulders, be like, you need to come, do sales with us. You're going to make X amount. Look at all these videos, all these kids who changed their life. They're so young. They're buying their dream cars. They're buying their dream houses. They're making their dream, they're making dream money at such a young age. How are they supposed to manage all of those people if they got hundreds of them, right? They need to have leaders in place. So it's like, okay, how are they going to go out and find qualified people that check all their boxes very fast? I mean, these people want to scale their company fast. I mean, we want to help them get the results fast. So I think the best way to do it is to use the leaders that they have, talk about their success stories, and obviously create very high quality, compelling content that tells everyone's stories the way that it should. And with that, we're going to take our piece of the pie that we generate for them
aka the qualified applicants that come in and actually become leaders for the company to manage many, many sales divisions, pushing them to have thousands of sales reps, because that's what they're looking for. I mean, that was the biggest thing that me and Adam took away from the conversation. Is like, if we're sitting there and if I'm listening to a client talk to us about what they're looking to do, they're literally giving it to us what they want us to sell to them. You know what I mean? That's what selling to someone's KPIs mean. And if you don't have this capability, you won't be able to go out and close the deals that you're looking to close. Because you're not selling to people's KPIs. You're just like, oh, like, I have a camera. You want a cool video? Like, bro, you're a nerd. Like, that time has passed. So anyways, we're going to read this contract. We're going to print it. We're going to go downstairs and print it. The bigger picture thing here for this client, why it's such a big deal, like, it's great. It's episode 1, a great start with great momentum, potentially going to sign this client as of right now this moment. Maybe we did. Maybe that's the title and thumbnail of this video. But this is an opportunity to take a company that's doing 9 figures and get it to do 10 figures because of content, because of what me and Adam can do with giving them the systems and the processes and the funnels and the marketing tools that they need, and having us do it for them so that they don't have to worry about it. They have their time. They can focus on what they're actually good at, which is the sales and running the company, etc. And me and Adam can just do the whole thing that scales their company from 9 figures to 10 figures. 100 million to $1 billion. I've never scaled a client to $1 billion. I think this is going to be my first time. So
what's your thoughts, sir?
Where we're at with our skills with videography and content, and they're super good with sales, they got the systems down, and they can grow. We're basically filling that gap, and that's how we're gonna be able to get paid so fucking much money, is we're filling the gap of our knowledge and their systems, and getting them their KPI, which is honestly perfect. So no more cool videos. It's literally just about making your client get their dream result.
this guy's a beast.
Precisely. Yes.
Let's go.
Oh shoot, there's none of the signature things. You know what? I have an idea. The reason why we use PandaDoc as videographers is because you can just do a little send button, you can send via text, or you can just send the link, and they can basically, everyone just can sign right here. See the little signature boxes?
Yeah.
See, those signature boxes didn't print, so this is basically useless to me. So what we're gonna do tomorrow is when we have this meeting and we finalize this whole deal with them, right then and there, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna send them the contract on PandaDoc right then and there, whether they pick the 10K, 15K, or 20K monthly retainer, and have them both sign in right then and there in person with us and film it. So we literally close in episode 1 a 10, 15, or 20K retainer. See you tomorrow. As you saw yesterday, we had that meeting with a potential new client, and today we're having a second meeting after we sent off the proposal within about an hour after the meeting, a little bit over an hour, and today we're going to see if we can get the deal pushed through fully, and so who knows what's going to happen. I think episode 1 is going to be a banger to start off the series, and hopefully this deal goes through. So right now, me and Adam, we're about to walk into press, get some coffee, and head back over and meet up with the guys. So
Let's get it.
yeah.
How's
The
your
weather
guys'
is
day?
why we live.
What's up, dude?
I love this place. Thanks, man.
Both sides have incentive. I think why I like that the most is just because I want somebody that's a partner and not a client.
I would at least like 3 months opportunity.
The best time to recruit is March and April.
Yep.
Because the retention, it's like, hey, we
So
start in
much
3
higher.
weeks.
And if you guys spend January and
Straight
February gaining your presence,
Yes.
and then once that prime
So that's what I'm
time
saying, the
hits,
3 months, then it's,
yeah.
if you guys brought me 100 leads right now, it probably hurts me because now I'm trying to track 100 guys and keep them
for 5 months.
for 5 months into a job where they're not getting paid. It's less knowledgeable and it's a scarier job. It's commission-based, it's risky, so they have all these ideas and thoughts and friends.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna recap on the meeting that me and Adam just got out of. Went fantastic. But I'm actually getting a DM in my Instagram right now, and I want you guys to listen to this shit.
Hey Ben, happy Friday. I wanted to check in and see if you would be down to kind of explore working with Forbes. I really like the style of the videos that you're posting, and so I can only assume that the stuff that you would make for clients is like just as good, if not better. But I really want her brand to look more fluent and young and dope, and it's very stagnant looking right now. So her budget, I think max right now is $4K a month, but I know that if we can make more money off of actually putting effort towards the social media, I know that she'd be more than happy to put more towards the budget over time. So let me know what you think.
Watch how I respond to this. Watch how I frame myself. Hey Andy, thanks for Whoa. Hey Andy, thank you so much for reaching out. I really appreciate it. Just wanted to respond back to you. Sorry also for not getting back to you yesterday. But in regards to your message, I would love to jump on a call and see if I can get some more information about the client that you're discussing. $4K a month is definitely on the lower end, but I think there's still an opportunity there for us to kind of step in and obviously help with what you're explaining, that you're kind of envisioning like a more younger brand for her. Again, not sure who it is, but would love some more info there. And if you want to hop on a call to discuss, I'm pretty much available this weekend, or if you want to do next week, that totally works with me as well. So just let me know. Appreciate you reaching out, and talk to you soon. Notice how I didn't say yes, I wanted more information. Because why, right? I want to know more information because I don't know if it's going to be someone I can go out and get results for. That's what I care about. And this brings me back to the recap for the meeting that we just had. So the meeting we just had went great. What was so great about it is that these guys are on the same page as me and Adam, that we want to build a long-term relationship. I want a 12-month, 24-month, 36-month retainer that is going to pay me handsomely or a healthy amount in the monthly retainer side of things, but also give me an opportunity for us to go out and create content for them that's going to pay in the back end. The performance that we sell to them based on their KPIs. And it was awesome because the conversation we had was really fine-tuning that KPI that they want from the content, which is, we basically just structured it in a way for, it was like, okay, you're not gonna just pay us like a fat rate, like a couple $1,000 per qualified applicant that we bring into your sales team that can become a divisional leader. They're gonna instead pay us a commission based off what that person who successfully comes in and goes out and knocks for them and becomes a leader actually generates for the company as far as sales. Now, there's a lot of potential upside there because like the numbers that they're discussing with, for instance, Jake went out and did what, like 600K or 300K?
350, I think, first year.
Yeah,
rookie summer,
350 grand. I mean, 2% of 350 grand is, can't do brain math that fast, 7 grand. So even if we had them at like 7,500 a month, just for Jake and that commission, that puts us at almost 15 grand. And imagine if we had 5 guys.
100 guys.
100 guys. There's a lot of potential upside there with the commission discussion and fine tuning that we did there and the performance for that deal. So deal's still on the table. They want to go crunch numbers. They said that they're going to get back to us by the end of the day. They want to start next week. They're going out of town for Christmas. It's still December when you're watching this. I know you're watching this in January, but this is kind of the stuff that's leading up to actually us starting in January. We wanted to get ahead of schedule, and that's why we started filming. And this honestly was supposed to be for a trailer. This whole thing that you've watched in this episode was all intentional for trailer footage so we can put out another trailer to build hype around the series. But it has ended up turning into a legitimate episode where this is going to be a deal that goes through. Why am I confident that it's going to go through is because they are looking more for the relationship with Adam and I instead of just being like, oh, it's too expensive. Like we can just go hire someone in-house, which is, they brought up a lot of good points in the conversation. And I don't know how much we're going to put of the conversation in the video just because it was so long. And I don't want to bore you guys with a 2-hour video because the conversation was an hour and a half long. But essentially, the deal is going to go through. We're going to do a 3-month retainer to start. We're going to make it less risky for them on the retainer side, and they're going to give us more incentive in the performance side so that we meet in the middle essentially with them. That's still going to allow us to go out and perform for them and be incentivized to perform, and also have less risk on the front end for them as far as cost in order to get started with this thing because they have no experience doing this with an agency like mine and Adam's.
And this is what you have to do to get clients sometimes. Just whatever you can to get your foot in the door.
Yep.
Like, this is what we got to do, especially because they want strategic long-term partners. I mean, they were talking about being partners for 20 years.
Yeah.
Like, there is a very
And they're cool guys.
Yeah, we actually like them.
Really
like,
cool
they're
guys.
They're dope. So
Wills and Jake, really cool guys.
really cool guys. But also, like, we're supposed to start this series from zero to document it with you guys, but we're using everything at our disposal. Like, this opportunity came while I was at the gym on the treadmill. I'm like, Ben, hop on the phone right now. Like, we got something potential here. We didn't really know what was going to turn out. And then, you know, in 48 hours, we're here. This is just how fast it moves.
All right, guys. So currently, me and Adam are driving separately, and I'm actually headed to the car dealership. And you might be wondering, now why are you going to the dealership? Well, there's a story behind this. So there's a guy on Instagram, his @ is Justin BMW. It's my boy who is one of the top sales guys at Chapman BMW Scottsdale out here in Phoenix. and he has a large personal brand on Instagram. And I took him out to lunch probably like a little over a month ago, and we talked about a bunch of stuff and ideas I had for his brand. And because he has like over 100K on Instagram, and basically he does a bunch of content for the dealership, and he goes extremely viral. He has a fantastic audience of people who love the cars that he posts, that the dealership takes in, used cars, new cars, etc. But he got a car that I liked, and it's pretty much the same model as mine, just brand new. And I like the spec. I like what I'm seeing from the photos and the videos that he sent me. So I'm gonna go take a look and potentially just swap out my car for that one. And it's another step towards the M3 competition, which is what I want next year in 2025. And the reason why I wanted to document it is because 4 years ago, when I started my agency and had no fucking clue that this was all gonna work out the way that it has, I took a risk that had no guarantee on the other side of that risk was there going to be any success. And that is called entrepreneurship. Now, I'm sharing this all with you guys, and I'm bringing you to the dealership to film me getting the car, whatever. It's like, it seems super grifty and like what all these people do. They're like, oh, like I got a Lambo, I got a Porsche coming. It's like, no, like this is me. I made a YouTube video when I got my first BMW, my first nice car. And now I have the opportunity to go get a newer one, a nicer spec, because I work my fucking ass off. And that's the reality of it. It's like, it gives me another reason to go work my ass off. If you guys go watch the vlog of me talking about getting this car from my Toyota Corolla, the mindset that I have with these things is so different from what someone who is an average person who goes to school or works a 9-to-5 job thinks about money and financial decisions. So with that being said, I'm documenting me getting a new car. Just got to BMW, calling Justin right now.
Let's go, Sam.
I just pulled up, sir.
All right, I'm gonna walk out right now.
Okay, cool. No worries. I'll just wait out front for you.
All right, cool. Hold on a second.
All right, see you in a sec.
Bro, I saw the whip to you. Easy, bro. Easy, bro. Fuck it. It's good, bro. How you doing?
So, car purchase is done. Bro. All right, guys, so we're having our third and hopefully final meeting with Wills and Jake, the client that I think we're going to be able to close. And after our second meeting, there was a lot of conversation about how they wanted to lower the risk on their end as far as what the monthly retainer looked like to start out as. And that's something that I wasn't necessarily opposed to, and neither was Adam. I think it's good because just starting out in something like this for the first time, they want obviously like that feeling of like less friction, less risk, and just to figure out if what we're actually pitching them is going to get them results, which me and Adam already know that it will because we know what we're doing. We know how we're going to execute the plan that we're giving them specifically. With that being said, this might be the first episode of a series where someone goes out, shows you the complete raw process from discovery to closing the meeting for a $7,500 client per month to start at 3 months. And hopefully, I don't think it's gonna be a problem for me and Adam to get them the results that they're looking for, considering the stories that they have, what their company is doing, the impact that they have on people. And I think it's a win-win in the end for both us and the client. You guys got to see the whole process on how we were able to close them. And yeah, it's a win for you guys to be able to see how we did it. It's a win for them because we're actually going to be helping them, and it's a win for us because we want to work with people like this where there's a way bigger picture for a long-term potential relationship here, which is the kind of gold mine clients that, like, you hear it all the time. It's like, where am I going to find a client that's going to pay 7K, 10K, 12K, 15K retainers? It's guys like this who see the long-term play with content. And the thing that most videographers don't understand, and why we teach this, is you have to be much more than a videographer these days, especially if you want these high ticket prices for what you're offering. So me and Adam, we're walking up right now. Final meeting, we're gonna get the close. They're gonna sign today, and then we're gonna wrap episode 1. All right, guys, so just finished up the final sit-down meeting
Gonna get everything on pen and paper today. That's what I talked to Wills about while we were sitting down there. Want to get the ball start to rolling before they are out of town for Christmas and pretty much the rest of the year. Up until after, like, what did they say, January 11th they'll be back. So we gotta get a lot done this week, which is great because it's great content for episodes for you guys to watch, showing the behind the scenes of everything and how we're setting up, how we're operating, what we're doing, how we're staying organized, what we're delivering to them. And yeah, it's just a lot, but it's great because deal's getting signed today. So we don't have our computers. So I'm gonna probably have to alter the contract on probably my phone. So just so we can get it signed and just get the ball rolling.
What do you guys normally do as far as, because obviously everything right now is just email, verbal. You guys have a formal process to put everything into writing for what everyone knows who and what and when and why and how all that kind of
Yeah, I have it all laid out. I just haven't finished it yet. I just use PandaDoc.
What do you call it? Like a letter of intent, contract? What do you guys normally call it?
Just contract.
Contract.
Yeah.
We have 2 full-time Salesforce developers that have built it out, integrated training course. It's still being tweaked and everything, but this is where working with you guys, if you guys can see, hey, if we do it more seamless here to integrate, build a different funnel, because like we call it the IRI, interview readiness inquiry.
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine if you had one that's just specifically for the YouTube.
Yeah, from the YouTube, where it's like anybody that clicks on that link, they don't have to put in, I don't want them putting in my code, I want them to put in a code. It's like, hey, fill out the link of my code.
Oh, bro, that's perfect in the form. They can say where they came from.
Yeah,
YouTube.
YouTube.
Yeah, it's simple. That's all we need to do as far as IRA is concerned, as far as
But
tracking.
we can build it with, when they click on it, it's
Yeah.
already linked to
Yeah.
my specific funnel, and it's not going to the company funnel where it's delegated.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
just direct to me, and that way they don't, because like I have a specific code that when they fill out the IRI, the only way they access me in like my pipeline is if they put the code in. Most guys don't remember the code, don't know the code, they just fill it out and they throw it up into the company. So every day I have to check, hey, do any of these guys look like mine? Because if I don't claim them, they're just gonna get distributed accordingly to just how they distribute.
Yeah.
Can we mark that as?
Well, we'll still be able to work with it with Hyros too. Like, we'll still know who's going where and where they're at in the funnel process and if they completed it. So they'll be able to see on their end where they're coming from. Like, if they want to, separate it so it's like YouTube, it makes more sense. Like, they can see who's coming in.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying like, I just want to make sure that everything we're funneling comes directly to my CRM.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So
Yeah, like that page that I showed you, like after they opt in, watch the VSL, and there's an apply button, it'll take them to the one, your thing, the black one.
Yeah.
That's what they'll fill out. That'd be good. All right, guys. Just got back from the last sit-down meeting with Wills and Jake. We're here at their place, and we're just getting everything laid out. We got stuff all over the glass. We got schedules, what we need to get done before they leave. We have the tools that we're using. We have everything laid out. So with that being said, they signed. So we got our first client in episode 1, and yeah, that's about it.
How much?
$7,500 per month. Fire. It's very fire. All right, guys, that's going to wrap up episode 1 of this series, kicking it off with a banger. You guys saw us go through the entire process of the first point of contact with Wills and Jake, all the way up to the point where we sat in their office space and got them to finally sign for the deal that we struck on. And okay, so I don't know if it was Wills or Jake walking back into the office space, but the clip you saw before this one, I filmed really quickly when they were both out of the room, so I could just like basically update you guys that we've got the deal they signed. But I'm going to show you the PandaDoc right here. Okay, so as you can see, you see service agreement between Wills, Jake, and our old agency name. And basically what I want to show you on this is, okay, so it says the clients will pay the agency at a non-refundable rate of $7,500 per month for the next 3 months, starting on December 16th, 2024, as well as 1.5% net override on the reps the agency brings in through the content/funnels created for Grip marketing. For example, If agency brings in 7 qualified candidates a month who finish a selling block with grit, marketing at an average of $186,000 and a net of an additional $13,950 in override earnings, 1.5% of $186,000 multiplied by 7 would equal $19,530. And just so you can see, everyone signed this. Jake, me, Will, and Adam as well. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys that PandaDoc just so you could see that we officially did this. In episode 1, we went out and we got a client. I know we talked about it the whole time in this video about 20K, 15K, 10K. In the conversations that we had, it was very important that they came to us and let us know, hey, we want to work with you guys. We want a little bit less friction on the retainer side of things, willing to work in something as far as performance. And that's the whole performance deal is we bring them qualified people. They go and perform for them for a summer with their door-to-door sales business. And you can see if we brought in 7 qualified people at the average of what someone goes and sells their rookie year, multiplied by 7 is an extra 19 grand. So who knows how many we can generate? I think we can generate a lot more than 7 in, I mean, I don't even know how many months until summer, like 6 or 7 months. So we'll see how it goes. Could be a gigantic balloon payment just from this client and providing them the qualified candidates that they're looking for. But that's going to wrap this video. There's one other thing that I want to announce, and this is very, very special, and I wanted to make sure that this was in episode 1. So if Adam and I, no matter what we go out and do this year in 2025, although the goal is to scale a brand new agency from 0 to $1 million cash collected, regardless of what we do cash collected in 2025, we are going to be donating 10% of the annual revenue to a charity that we have not decided on yet, but we're going to go out, find a charity, partner up with them, with the agency, and at the end of 2025, we're going to donate 10% of all annual revenue that we generated with the content that we created this year. So just wanted to put that in this video and just wanted you guys to know that that's also a big driving factor for this series is we're going to go out as much as we want to scale 0 to $1 million cash collected. We also want to give back. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is going to wrap episode 1 and I'll see you tomorrow for episode 2.